So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick
welcome
off.
to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, we're on the way. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Pete.
And Batistuta! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. He gets big, and he's done it! An extraordinary start, breakthrough in next to no time.
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So, a breakthrough already. Tries to play it through, bumps him off it and wins back the ball. It's a good run down the right. And here's Bale. Now, can they get him away? Header! It's in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commit.
He's having a go! That is produced there, the crispest of hits.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That is ended up in no man's land. Kvaratskhelia. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Batistuta. Can he get it through? Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Vitinha. That is a crunching tackle. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Pelé, and he's lost his man here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Vitinha. Kvaratskhelia. Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Bale.
Bale really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Always onto this. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And here's Batistuta. Now it's Pelé. Palmer. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Not the most accurate pass.
Has been indicated.
Kukcu. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
Substitution on the field, number 8, Joelinton. Coming on to replace him is...
The second half then, just getting going.
Substitution in progress.
Flings in across. Adams clears it away. Van Basten, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. He's found the way through. Good read, needed to be.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his...
He's having a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Szoboszlai. Mbappe. Bayer clears. Everton have got it back and they'll have another go. Aims beyond the defence. Tele! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Szoboszlai. Everton perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Nice sequence of passes, this. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
There's the shot! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Played back in. Jones looking wide. Bale, very much a man of this moment. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Van Basten. Timber receives it in a wide position. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Monterey Bay clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Van Basten. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Chance! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Everton complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And this is Bale. He could be in here. Jordan Henderson. And that's that. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Zanetti. Everton finding their passes, and this is Bale. Oh, just Bale! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Bale demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So, a breakthrough already. Rodri gets it clear. And he's managed to gift it back. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Zanetti. Everton are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Maradona. Soboslai gathers from the goal kick. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now that's well seen too. João Neves. Oh, it's a promising build-up this. Plenty of really nice passing. Threads one in. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And it's Neves. And he's had a hit! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
João Neves is offering a right smile there.
And he was quick to react. Played towards the front line. Oh, that's a key interception. Can he get it through? Crosses it in here. Zanetti getting this one clear. Played back in. Szoboszlai.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Zanetti pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And this is Maradona. Close. It's Maradona! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Now it's Girassi. He's got away. Big chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's an imaginative pass. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Girassi, and he's on his way!
There will be 1 minute
Szoboszlai.
added time.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Everton have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0.
Substitution on the field. Number 21, Kvaratskhelia. Number 9.
And the second half gets underway.
Coming on the field.
A solitary
number
goal.
22,
That has been the
Neymar.
crucial difference.
Number 10, Mbappe.
Rodri does really well to win the ball there. Everton do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Pass is just off target. Zanetti gets good distance on it. Maradona. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. He's having a go! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he's there to get it away.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And the shot's on here. Vinicius Junior! It's there! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Everton are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That'll be a throw-in.
Substitution on the field. Number 22, Neymar. Coming on to replace him is number 18,
Van Dijk clears.
Vinicius Junior. Substitution.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And time is up. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and out. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Elects to cross. Schmeichel claims it, safe hands. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Van Basten.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Ferran Torres. Knocks it into space. Van Basten. Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rodri. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nicely aimed pass. Ferran Torres! Oh, a very decent attempt. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Azar. Now it's Mbappe. And the shot... Decent chance! Goal! Barcelona! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Jordan Henderson. And they win it back again. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, good tries a shot! And yes, it's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Substitution in progress.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Everton making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. Now it's Hazard. And this is Van Basten. It's Van Basten! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Van Basten clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Has been indicated.
Everton have the chance to go the other way. And that could set him on his way. João Neves.
Well, he certainly won't.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. Any strong opinions on the first half?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those two goals.
And
they'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game. And it's easier said than done, as we know.
Substitutions taking place.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Neymar! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And now they can spring out of defence. Pedri. Barcelona upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Look at the space here. Mbappe! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Well read, nice interception. Looking for the run. Now it's Donatoni. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's had a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
It's Van Basten! Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Vinicius Junior. That's a nicely shaped ball. Koundé. 75 minutes played. The ball has bounced. Oh, what has happened here? João Neves. Chance! He's got a goal! It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Everton get themselves back into contention.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Bale. Alexander-Arnold calmly anticipates. Maldini spots it and intercepts. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
2 added minutes
Picked
have been
and the
indicated.
shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Maldini, and we're done. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Listen, despite the loss, they have to take something from this. I think the coach will have seen things he needs to work on, so I'm sure they have a lot of sorting out to do before the next game, and they can get there.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway.
Well, Michael Owen is, of course, likely to be the key player here, Peter. The mere sniff of a chance and he's away.
Who's arguing phenomenal pace as well.
Well, his pace...
He rises! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
Flamengo finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Owen. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Bernardo Silva, he's gone for goal! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, shot, surely! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely...
Can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Vitinha clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Croatia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Flamengo have the chance to go the other way. Now, who's going to be first to this? Schneider. Schneider going face-to-face with his great rival. Howson. Aimed beyond the defence. Rijkaard. João Neves. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Now it's Owen. Can he get on the end of this? Owen! And this is Owen. Goes to finish! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Deftly away. He's through, now is he in?
Pretty robust defending.
That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Now it's Bale. That's the keeper's ball. And there is the half-time whistle. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. The midway point of the game.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
Number 24, El Hadj Diouf. Coming on the field is number 20, Mbappe.
There's the whistle then to start the second half. Brahim Diaz. Passing is crisp and sharp. Plays a sharp little ball here. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Brahim Diaz. Neymar. Has a look and plays it forward. He's in a great position here, and he's shapes to shoot! Goal! Flamengo! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Flamengo tries a shot! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
And the pass is intercepted. So we've reached the hour mark. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Owen. Oh, that's a key interception. And that's really well manoeuvred. And it's Schneider. Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. João Neves. Vitinha. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's searching through. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. This might spell danger. He's going for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Neves. He's picked his way through. There's the shot! They've scored! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, at this stage, Pete...
It's Bale! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Concentration.
He's gone for goal! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
5 minutes left on the clock. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Schneider. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Rijkaard. 4 extra minutes added on. João Neves. Schneider. Great ball if he can get there. And this is Bale! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious... And we're done. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running.
Peter, I think there's a good chance that opposition strikers today will have their work cut out with Vito Baia, simply because he's been a high achiever all through his career, and that winning mentality remains very, very strong.
Yeah, the judge keepers by absence of mistakes, and he makes very few.
I'd be happy playing with him behind me.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Croatia have a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Cross flung in towards the middle. Van Dijk clears it away. Tries from distance. And he's decided to go for it.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Caught offside that time. Knocks it into space. No goals as yet. Neves. It's a pretty loose pass. Cleared away. Carvajal. Searching pass he's played there. Neves. Tries to play it through. Has crossed into the middle. That's a corner kick. And we have our very first corner. Oh, smashing header! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Croatia have their second corner now. Roberto Carlos tries to clear. And now the breakaway. That looks a good ball through. And he's picked it up out wide. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Vitinha. That has been knocked clear. Bale.
Bale made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Oh, a delicate chip through. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Roberto Carlos. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great ball if he can get there.
Has been indicated.
Donatoni. And that's been won straight back. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And we hit half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying.
Just a quick request
first
today
half
for everybody
thoughts?
to please
Well, I think
kindly
from the
remove
manager's
any cars
viewpoint,
parked
Peter,
on the road
he'll be
outside the
demanding
stadium.
more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
Substitution.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Croatia are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Played back in. That's the keeper's ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Yokohama clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. Croatia are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Oh, it's Batistuta. And that's been intercepted. And it's De Bruyne. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Aimed beyond the defence. Deep cross.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Zanetti. Great vision. It's out for a goal kick.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Pass somewhat off target, and it's Bale. That's an excellent interception. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he get on the end of this? Bernardo Silva finds himself offside.
Substitution on the field. Number 20. Bernardo Silva.
There's going to be another change here.
Number 19. Donadoni. Coming on the field. Number 17. De Bruyne. Number 8. Tonali.
Yokohama clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Good-looking ball. Zanetti. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, shooting chance! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Substitution on the field. Number 9. Bale.
So, third corner of the game.
Number 22, Batistuta. Coming on the field, number 97, Aubameyang.
It's gone all the way through to the keeper.
HQ.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Good ball, good take.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
It's a goal kick. Cannavaro.
4 added minutes has
Confirmation
been
that there will be
indicated.
4 minutes stoppage time. He has a... He's having a shot! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Nicely weighted ball, well played. And that is that. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy.
Against
This certainly
Croatia.
matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I've been really impressed by this guy, Marmoush, who I expect to be amongst the goals here, Peter. He's, for me, very much the complete package.
And the shots! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Croatia are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to...
Bale!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Not the most convincing of passes. Now that looks a decent ball. Bayer Leverkusen claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Bayer Leverkusen with the corner, they're first. Sticks it away! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And he plays one through. João Neves. And that could set him on his way. Albert Ferrer goes sliding in. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Knocks it into space. And it's Lewandowski. Approaching the half-hour mark. Lewandowski. Vitinha. Neymar. Oh, that's well spotted. Mohamed Salah. Xavi Alonso. Tries to pass it through. Now there's a fine ball. Lewandowski unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. This one, it's Lewandowski! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. And it's hoisted clear. Croatia are looking to go forward now. Howson. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to...
Big header! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made it...
And that'll be the final action of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seating the initiative. and both teams still very much in it.
This opportunity to pay a
So
visit
there
to our
was the
official
first
store
half.
where
Well,
memorabilia
Peter,
from
I'm just
today's match
thinking
are
of
now
the best way to
available.
describe that. Frantic, frenzied, it was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Substitution in progress.
Here we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And that's a danger. Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Bayer Leverkusen have their third corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Corner number 4 coming up here. And the keeper beats it away. Croatia have the chance to go the other way. And this is Lewandowski. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And it's Zanetti. He's being urged to shoot. Lofted in, he gets big! Goal! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
This is quite a battle. Can he finish? Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.